You gonna make this one, Kevin Irwin? On his way. All right, I like it. Here he comes. Getting him checked in right there. Let's take him to the back straightaway. All right, there it is, your first TQ Outlaw truck, Joe Nichols. Joe Nichols, we took a peek at that machine in our paint walk, 777 Mohawk. In the #1 spot, sitting P2, that's Tequila Sunrise. That is Miss Polly's number 24, beautifully painted machine that is fresh off of her paint studios. And the #3 spot, that is a Lawler, the Lawless Racing number 57 machine. Starting in the #4 spot, that is Brandon Bond. Brandon Bond, that's not Brandon Bond. Here he comes. That is another hot rod, fresh off the shelf. 12 years of dust, looking mighty fine. Back out of retirement in the #5 spot. That's where you pick up the blue and white fluorescent yellow wheels for Kevin Irwin. Sitting P5. Tim Groom in the old factory. Team associated. That thing is 30+ years old. You can see the white plastics underneath it still. They broke a 36-year-old A-arm in that thing in a heat race. Back out here tonight. And Trent Miller rounding out that field in that beautiful number 29 machine. Just like that, incognito design, ready to rock and roll. That is your lineup. Joe Nichols, Miss Polly, Steve Lawler, Brandon Bond, Kevin Irwin, Tim Groom, and Trent Miller. All right, Joe Nichols, the field is yours. Let's get him going, let's get him going. Going green right here off of turn #4. Hold on, guys, hold on, space them out. Let's try it again, Get back in line. Brandon Bond, you're sitting P4 right there. Space them out, nicely. First one's got to be good. Here we go. We'll go this time off of turn #4. Green. All right, oh, we had contact at turns 3 and 4 right off the bat. All right, guys, work together. 13.5 Outlaw truck, rocking and rolling. Joe Nichols out front, the #1 spot. Miss Polly up to the lead. That's the battle for the lead. Down into 1, off of 2, down the back straight, and back to 3 and 4 once again. Here they come, Miss Polly, Joe Nichols, Kevin Irwin, and Trent Miller to your top 4. Drivers are focused heavily. Eyes on the prize. Joe Nichols right there, fresh on your screen there in the #2 spot. Miss Polly, she's sitting P1. You can see Miss Polly right there in 3, off of 4, all over the backside of the 57 machine of Lawler. Lawler gets up on the bike, so does Miss Polly. She gets by here in 3 and 4, makes the pass, and up on the list is Brandon Bond. Bond goes high to turns 1 and 2. And let your leader slip by once again. Now the lead for Miss Polly. She's got a fast lap of 4.053. She's got a 0.8 second advantage right there on Joe Nichols. Nichols is still right there in the hunt. The 8th feature in this one, creeping up on the halfway point, 2 minutes down, 2 minutes left to go. Right there, Miss Polly and Joe Nichols. About a half a lap, just under a half a lap difference between those two drivers. Miss Polly out front, Miss Polly Handmade Creations on screen. Skis out above speed shadow. Miss Polly goes upside down. Where is Joe Nichols? We've got a new leader. Joe Nichols. Now here comes Miss Polly, though. She's battling back. She's got 1:25 left to work. Nichols in the number 1 spot, about a straightaway lead now. Miss Polly sitting P2. Can she run him back down? She's got 1:15 seconds left to go. Caution in the back straightaway. Caution, caution. It's clear. This time by 4.3 for Joe Nichols, 4.2 from Miss Polly. Nichols backs it up with a 4.1 and a 4.1 for Miss Polly as well. She is right there trying to run down your leader. The difference, 0.815 the last time by between Miss Polly and Joe Nichols. Kevin Irwin in the number 3 spot. Steve Lawler, Trenton Millard rounding out that top 5. Here comes Miss Polly. No cars between your 2 leaders as they go down the back straightaway. Now Lawler jumps out of the way in turn number 4. Good heads up move right there from Lawler. Oh, that was the 29, a Trenton Millard. Right there on the pipe, you saw him. That was Joe Nichols, the 777 machine. Miss Polly having a little bit of trouble getting through traffic. 15 seconds left to go. We've got about 4 to 5 laps remaining for Joe Nichols. Just has to keep the rubber side down. Now we're at the backside of Kevin Irwin in the white fluorescent yellow wheel machine. Bruce Johnson owned. Almost gets your leader right there off of turn number 4. Sounds like we got a gear expiring. Coming to the line, you'll be finished. At the line, Joe Nichols picks up the win. Miss Polly comes home second. Kevin Irwin in the number 3 spot. Steve Lawler, Brandon Bond, Trenton Millard, and Tim Grome round out your field right there. Joe Nichols picks up the win. That's going to be a good one to go back and watch right there on John Candy Live.